Hey, podcast listener. Are you a hacker, techie, nerd, investor, founder, or ever wanted to get into this world? Join TechCrunch for its annual Disrupt conference in San Francisco, featuring the luminaries who aren't only making the rules in technology, but changing the game. Get a first look at startups disrupting machine learning, mobility, healthcare, robotics, and more, and hear from the world's leading investors and innovators. Visit TechCrunch.com and use promo code SPREAKER. That's SPREAKER for an exclusive discount.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sunny D. Welcome to tonight's show. It is August 16th, 2018. I want to shout out my daughter before we start the podcast. Today her birthday. She is 16 now. So I'm a mother of a 16-year-old. I feel old, but anywho, guys, you want to say hi?
Happy sweet 16. Happy sweet damn. Happy sweet 16 is alright. You know what I mean? Just happy birthday to her. You know, it's your boy Clint. I'll at
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles, and happy birthday, Zaria.
Thank you. Of course, she's not with me. She with her dad, and she got a hamster that she wanted. So I'm having another pet in my house. So drives me crazy.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she saw one in the pet store and talk about it for the last 2 weeks. So he's like, I think I'll borrow the hamster. I'm like, oh God. So she'll bring her home when she comes home tomorrow. I said, first of all, you know our cat is not gonna like it. Your brother's gonna want to hold it, so it's gonna be a big fight. I don't know how we're gonna work.
Y'all got a cat too?
Yeah, my cat gonna be like, what the fuck is this motherfucker in here?
Right.
So it might not work out. I don't know.
You got dogs and rodents, cats and rodents. I don't think that go together.
I said just don't let it out because she will be after it. So we hopefully she named it Little Bit. Hopefully Little Bit survives my household with Stormy because it might not work out. But guys, if you're listening right now, you're on blogtalkradio.com/GFT Radio Show. And if you listen to the playback, you're either on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, YouTube, or here. But if you guys want to call in, phone number is 657-383-1155. And cop some merchandise, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. We got a great topic. Who came up with this topic?
I think it was another collaborative effort. I know Clint probably had the seed, and we just grew it from there.
Basically, that's basically how it went down. You know what I mean? It all stemmed from me watching something on Instagram or IG as usual. Seen a clip of where it was making some big deal out of a polar bear being killed because it was attacking, I guess, one of the workers or whatever. Whatever they was doing, I don't know why they were there, but the polar bear attacked. They had to shoot the polar bear. There was this big uproar about them shooting and killing the polar bear. I was like, well, damn. What was they supposed to do? Just let the polar bear kill the man? You feel me? So I think if he killed it, they let him kill it. Who would they really care? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I came up with the topic. You feel me? So it's like, are we getting to the point where animal lives are becoming more important than human, or know what I mean? The same value to me, like a little slippery slope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so basically, I was, I definitely was on the same page there because I know we've seen several instances of outcry when it comes to either animals being killed or hunted, things like that. Definitely can understand when it's endangered species and people are out there hunting them and the outcry for that. But my thing was I was seeing some different things with incidences of people outcrying against animal cruelty or killing, but that same outcry wasn't going on when human beings were being slaughtered out in these streets or in other countries. So yeah, we're gonna get into that definitely for sure.
What was the what was some of the topic questions we wanted to get into?
So, I mean, actually, I guess we kind of just started off with what the first outline topic was. Basically, was what's with the outrage over animals being killed versus humans being killed, and so I think I had kind of touched on that a lot, because that was my thing. I felt like the situation. I'm gonna call out one of the situations was, around the same time you had what's my name? Mike Brown. I think when he got killed, when I can't remember my man's name in Cleveland, the one that was in Walmart and that got shot to death by the police.
Yeah.
When those two, and around the time those two incidents happened, there was, we saw the evolution of the Black Lives Matter movement. We saw the evolution of people, outcrying with the hands up movement, things like that. But that was more black folks than anything else. But around that same time, there was the incident with, I want to say it might have been just before that, with the lion getting killed, and it was like international news. You know what I mean? It was huge about this lion that was being hunted and by a dentist and all that. I can't remember the dentist's name, but basically,
I remember that story.
They wanted his head. People wanted his head. Was it Cecil? I think it might have been Cecil the lion. Yeah, so that it was a couple years ago, something like that. Yeah, so it was crazy because in my mind, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of we're calling out police brutality. We're calling out the innocent killing of people who have either have done nothing wrong or who have not been tried or been accused or arrested or anything like that, and they're being executed in the street. And there's questions. There's always these questions. What did they do? What was they doing? Why were they there? Blah blah blah. Did the police fear for their lives? All this kind of stuff. And the lions out there, it's a lion. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to be around a lion, and you kill one lion and you got the whole world against you. Literally the world was against this man. Not that I'm trying to say that the man was right for killing the lion. He was trophy hunting. That wasn't. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the outcry was lopsided, completely lopsided. You know what I mean? And the sentiments were lopsided. So that's where I got a problem. And like you said, it's a slippery slope because how do you put value on a person's life, or in value a person's life, but you value other things, you value material things, you value. Some of these people they'll kill you over putting a scratch in their car, or they'll and things like that. But they invalue human life to that point.
I want to get to trophy hunting in a minute. I wanted to touch on that topic in a minute, but to piggyback off what you were saying about a similar situation, and my thing is when it comes down to an animal and a human, like I'm gonna always go human. You feel me? Like it confuses me when people want to debate it. You feel me? That's what I mean when I say slippery slope. Because to me, like that sounds crazy. It's like now you're valuing an animal's life over, like, you are a human. You know what I mean? Like you should be thinking about human life first. Go back to a couple years ago as well, Harambe, the gorilla.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
When he had the baby, it was like you said, it was another story that was worldwide. Such an uproar. And people were really upset that they killed that gorilla. But I'm like, what about the child? You feel me? Like, to me, it's like shoot immediately. Like, I understand the gorilla at first is probably mind his own business, but once the situation occurs and it is what it is, now you got to
once it escalates.
Yeah, once it escalates, you got to make a choice. And to me, that choice is easy. It's not even a choice. You know what I mean? You got to do something to get that baby to safety. Value that human life over that animal's life. And how much value do you have for that animal when you got that animal caged up out of his habitat?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I think
go ahead.
I was going to say, I think in situations like that, definitely shoot first and just be done with it. I don't think that they should have killed him. I think they could have tranquilized him or something like that. But that's definitely a shoot first, ask questions later type of situation. But I just think that, like, I mean, I like animals. I feel like in those situations, that's why you have tranquilizers. Like you normally tranquilize animals when you're trying to move them from place to place. Like if you shot him full of enough tranquilizers, he would have been sleeping up to you'd be able to get that child to safety versus killing them. But so I understand the outrage of killing the animal, but at the same time, like you said, is shoot first, ask questions later. But they should be armed with tranquilizers. Is that enough to put them down if something like that happens? Because it's a zoo, it's kids, family, and everybody. Anything can happen. Whether it's a trainer, somebody that works with them, it could happen. But to tranquilize them, I would think would be a better option. But like in a situation, yeah, they to shoot first. It's definitely. I feel like I agree.
Yeah, like you just have to think about. You feel me? And think about something as simple as you. Like I love animals too. You know what I mean? Like I love animals. Dogs. I love dogs. But at the same time, if I'm walking down the street and I see some stray dog and they start running towards me, the last thing I'm thinking about is my love for dogs. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking about me. To hell with that dog. So I'm going to do whatever I got to do. That dog may be, if you know what I mean, may belong to somebody. It may not. It may just be scared itself. But at the end of the day, like, nah, we got to get that dog out of here. You feel me? We got to do something. You feel me? Like, so.
Yeah. So in that situation, I mean, what's your thoughts on this when it is somebody's dog that either you know or a friend of yours, that kind of thing? When you have some familiarity with the animal, you know, how do you approach that situation?
If the animal's attacking? If the animal's attacking, well, you know what I mean? Like I said, to me it's not even a choice. You feel me? I don't care who dog it is. The animal start attacking me or anybody, they're gonna put they're gonna put the dog to sleep anyway, right?
Well, not necessarily because I got
nine times out of 10, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put the dog down.
Well, that didn't happen in my case, but I mean, it's kind of messed up because you can look at it like this. It's a situational thing. If a dog just haul off and attacks somebody, yes, absolutely. Some that dog needs to put down because it's not. It shouldn't be in those situations, you know. But yeah, I don't think it should go for every dog that. That's just me, the pet lover in me. Like I understand that I don't think they should just be killed. Stuff happens. Unfortunate things happen. But if a dog hauls off and mauls a kid, yes, it should be put down because it's snapped or whatever the case may be. But if a dog just bites your kid because your kid is sitting there, you know, throwing stuff at it and keeps, you know, antagonizing the dog, and the dog bites, that dog shouldn't be put down because that child or person or whomever decided to keep antagonizing it. And what's going to happen? You get bit. And they're like, oh, you bit me.
I 100% agree with you about but like if it's an adult, but my child.
No,
see that. I like listen.
No, I agree because like I said, I got bit by a dog that I do every day. I just happened to run by and the dog grabbed my arm. I could have lost my arm. How tight that dog had my arm. It took for everybody to. Like, it took for people to yell, and, like, the owner couldn't even get the dog off me. My mom came down the street, tried to get finally got my arm out of the dog's mouth. So I understand that's traumatizing for a kid to be attacked by any type of animal. But, you know, but you also got to look at it on the other side. People antagonize them, like, you know, In some situations they have, not all, but some situations you go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was talking about even if my child was intact, like my dog. Like, say if I had a dog and my daughter, even if my daughter did antagonize the dog, and my dog haul off and try to maul my daughter, like, oh no, because now, like, I really gotta show that dog its place in my house. You feel me? Like nah, man. I don't care about the animal lovers. I don't care about none of that. You feel me? I chastise my daughter. Like, I'm gonna let her know.
Yeah, see, yeah. I'm about to say, yeah. See, I'm on that fence because I'm like, I like animals. I'm like not a animals over humans kind of person, but I definitely like you said, Sonny. I feel like there's times and situations where you got to get an animal a pass and check the situation. I mean, there's like in that situation, if it's my kid and a dog maybe that either we own or a friend owns, and I'm like, I know my kid did something wrong, then I can't feel like, oh, you got to put your dog down, or that dog needs to go in a cage and be caged for the next 24 hours or anything like that. Because I'm like, look, you especially because I know I've taught my kids, look, you're around an animal, you treat the animals a certain way, especially dogs and any, I mean, like my kids now.
My cat. My cat
exactly.
was around when I had
real finicky.
Yeah, my cat attacked two people. One in particular, I wholeheartedly believe, because my cat has been around many people, has never attacked anybody, and this one person, they went after them like a bloodlust, and to the point where my daughter tried to help the person. The cat looked at her and still beelined it for the person they were trying to get. Like, that's how. And I felt like in that moment, like, if you grab your cat and your cat is in fight mode and attack mode, it's going to attack everybody. To the point where my cat ignored my child from throwing her off of the person and to going right back at that person. You did something to that cat, because there's no way. Like, I've had people around and that cat has not bothered anybody. So like you did, and not to negate the situation, it was wrong of my cat to go hard at you, but something had to happen because my cat's been around everybody. I had everybody in my house, people she never met, and no problem. Even my son, everybody's like, oh, you got a cat and you got a baby. My cat never approached my son without my permission. And I'm talking about, I think my cat thinks she's a dog, because she would walk in the room and would go nowhere near him in the room, like as a baby at all. And like one day she finally looked at me and looked at him, and I guess she wanted to approach him, and she approached him and sniffed him, and then ever since then that time she looking like, what's going on? And so one day, like, he antagonized her. He don't like her. He throw everything at her. He pulls her tail, and like she always pops him, but without her claws. And one day he yanked her tail hard as hell, and she popped him, and she caught her one of her nails caught him by his eye. Now, I love I love my children just as much as I love my cat, but I was pissed off. Like, bitch, you slapped my baby eye. Like, I was pissed off. Would I put her down? No, because I know I was watching him do what he do, and I kept telling him to stop. And even now, he's 5. I tell him, stop messing with her because she's gonna get you. Like, you keep, like, I know you don't like her. That's fine, because she don't really bother with you, but you can't run up on her and start throwing everything at her when she walks into a room. And I know that he don't like her.
I would have field goal kicked her. That cat smooth across the street.
Yeah, my kid would be in the corner. My cat would be chilling on the couch. My kid would be in the corner. I'd be like, nah, can't be doing my cat like that.
So, he really yanked the shit out of her tail. Out, like, she yelped. Like, she was laying there asleep, and he just was like, fuck this, I'm tired of your ass, you on the bed, get out my spot. And he yanked the shit out of her thing, and she like, whop. And that's the first time she ever swatted him with, and I don't even think she meant to, because she swats him all the time. When he do that, she just swat him, and he look at her and look at me. I'm like, leave her alone. She ain't bothering you. She just laying there asleep, and all time she sleep, he like, I'm fuck with her. And that one day she caught him, I was pissed off because my baby had a black eye, but that's antagonizing. Now, if you my dog and my dog attack if I have a dog and my dog attacks my child, you get the fuck about my house. Bitch, you don't attack nobody, motherfucker. Like, you got to go.
My
we
thing
picking
is this,
we
though.
picking and choosing now.
see. Yeah, I was just about to say that. We picking and choose which animals.
Well, not even which
to
animal, but
fit.
So
no, because if my did that to my son, like how he did with the other person, oh no, that cat would have been the fuck about my house immediately. Like, bitch, bitch, you know I feed you. No, you got to go.
Yeah, so I guess that stems the question is it right for us to pick and choose? I mean, because now I think about it, like the other day, I pulled my son's turtle out of his habitat, and he's got a red what's called a red ear racer that's about I want to say that he's about 6 months old. So he's a good, I want to say 2 inches, not even 2 inches. He's probably 1.5 inches now in length. When we got them, they were just hatchlings, and they were no more than like a 1/2 inch. So he grew pretty fast over the last 6 months, and but he doesn't get handled a lot because he sits in a aquarium in about 3 inches of water, swims around most of the day. You know, he spends most of his day hiding up under his little log. So my kids are kind of like scared to reach in there and grab him, so he doesn't get handled a lot. So I go in there and I grab him out of the tank. I'm trying to get some algae or something off of his shell, not realizing how big he's gotten and how much longer his neck is now. He reached all the way out of his shell onto like my finger. From my palm, he reached my finger and latched onto my finger.
Wow!
And I literally almost dropped him because he was only holding on by his mouth. Believe me, my reflex was like, toss that mug, like. So I was trying to like get him off without ripping my skin because he's, like I said, he's little, but he had a bite. I didn't realize his bite was so tough now. And because I mean, literally all he eats is like these little pellets, these little food pellets that he's been eating since he was a 1/2 inch long. And but anyway, so he latched onto my finger, and all I could do was just like try to wiggle my finger out of his mouth and just hold him in a way so he couldn't latch, or bite me anymore. And so all I did was that, I just took my finger out of his mouth, continued to clean him off. I gave him a couple of
threw him across the
treats.
floor. That's what he did.
I gave him a couple. No, I'm serious. No, I gave him a couple of little turtle treats. I gave him treats behind biting me, and then I put him back in his aquarium. No questions asked, because I know he's not held. He's not. I mean, because you can get a turtle to the point where they like to hang out with you, but he doesn't have that kind of relationship with human beings yet. He barely realized that he's getting fed by humans. He only just realized that maybe about a month ago. So it's like the relationship, you know what I mean? And I don't have a relationship with him, not like I got with of course not with my kids, you know what I mean? Like my daughter has a guinea pig named Savage, and me and Savage got a relationship. Like, I walk in the room, Savage know me. Savage know I'm coming with food, water, hay. Me and Savage are like, he know that I'm the plug, right? So when I come in the room, he squeal, he makes these noises. That means he's happy. So and he's kind of cute. So I'll be like, I'm with it, So I like Savage, but the turtle, we don't have that relationship, but I know his situation. I understand where he's coming from. I know he's only biting because of his situation. He's got a rough life. He don't know he don't know who these giants are. He don't know what's going on, and I'm handling him. I'm picking him up out of his home. So I gave him a pass, and I will continue to give him a pass because, no matter who picks him up and gets bit. It's like, hey, you've been warned. He's a biter, I'll put it on his tank. Crush is a biter. He will crush your finger. Just be careful, and
I never get mad at an animal for for doing what it does, being who it is. You feel me? That turtle is just being what he is. You feel me? He felt like, who is this grabbing me? How? defend myself.
Who the hell is this big hand bastard? I don't know who that is.
Right.
See, I'm an animal lover, though.
He probably thought he was
Like,
about to get ate. He didn't know what was going on.
You know, I had parakeets. We had parakeets back in the day, and they would like bite. You feel me? When you try to feed them, or like try to hold them. You know what I mean? They'll bite our fingers. You feel me? After a while, like, it ain't really hurt too bad, but you know that was the. But like Willie said, over time, with each one of them, we had 3 of them. They got used to it. We got used to them, so they know we ain't mean them no harm. So then we was able to put them on our fingers, and they worry about them latching on. And if they did latch on, they really wasn't fighting. You know what I mean? But you know, like I said, that's what they do. You know, I never get mad at an animal for being what it is. You know what I mean? But like what Sonny was saying earlier, or like both of y'all were saying, like when you not even antagonize, I feel like when you're somewhere, when you're in their territory and in the wild, like, listen, you know what I mean? So,
peace, bro.
Happens,
peace.
Something happens.
Yeah, because you walked in their shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can't get mad because you in bear territory and the bear bitch slap you. Like, you around where he lives. You in his neighborhood.
Right.
And you knew walking in, you might not make it out. Like, unfortunately, what's the animal trainer? Well, it was a jellyfish. That was some bullshit. Like, unfortunately, like, that man tackled Croc. Yeah, he tackled Croc.
It was a stingray, yeah.
He fucking got him. Like,
got him, yep.
That's some bullshit. Like, at least let a crocodile take him out, because he on them motherfuckers. Like, he straight body them things, just, like, let them kill him. Like, why would you? I mean, I'm mad that he passed. I don't want anybody to think that I was happy that this man passed. It was an unfortunate situation, unfortunate mishap. But I'm sure he understood that each day he might could go.
Yeah, he put his life on the line every time.
So he understood that. So, like, you got to understand, if you walk into the woods now and a wolf gets your ass, you in their shit. Like, that was mind their business. They smell. That's like going out into the ocean and getting cut up, and then a shark can get you. You out there. It's unfortunate.
But that goes to my point and to my IG. This is what I wanted to the IG thing with the polar bear joint. Now, the thing that was made it so internationally, you feel me, an uproar, because, you know, polar bears are, I guess, considered endangered, and ain't that many of them left. So killing one is like really hurting its population.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but my thing is, like we say, even though I don't know exactly, I forget exactly why they was there. I don't know if they was doing research on the polar bear or what. But in that action, in that situation, even if you're in their territory, like you said, if you walk into the woods and the wolf is, at that time, it's you, it's animal, man against animal. You feel me? I'm still rooting for man at the end of the day. Now, if the animal wins, well,
man, like, what, like, you might not
best
win,
species,
but, you know, yeah, bro.
Yeah, the best species won. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I'm still rooting for the human. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like, I'm still rooting for the human. You know, except for what Willie brought up earlier was the trophy hunting, the running with the bulls. Like, when them people get hurt, like, I don't have no empathy.
No.
Like, I have no empathy.
But, bitch, you ran with the bulls. You got trampled. It happened.
Yeah.
Next.
That's what you wanted to do. You feel me?
Before you
I mean, like, and then those be like the one video of the lady, she taking the picture next to the dead lion, male lion, and what happened? Another male lion start creeping up from the side.
Right.
You know what I mean? And God,
like, you shouldn't have been talking shit. You shouldn't have been talking shit about my. You got to go.
You feel me? Then I don't know if y'all see this. I meant to I was trying to share it. It was this. It's on YouTube. They was at like this little. Now you know how you feed how they feed the lions and stuff over there in them little reserves. It's like they throw the meat over the gate or whatever. It's like this big old high gate. You throw the meat over, and then people who want to visit and watch, like they're behind the gate, and they can look. Somehow, I don't know what happened. A part of the gate was open, so the lion was by the gate at first,
wow.
but it ran like it just jogged the other way, like it was minding its own business.
Oh damn!
Then somehow, the old man walks inside the gate.
Oh. So he wanted to go.
The lion turned around and looked. Like, oh.
What? Oh, you coming in? Okay. Fool is walking in.
So the lion start jotting towards him. Like, oh, you really in here, bro? Like, you really not about to run? Like, if the lion, you could tell the lion really ain't want to get it, but it was like he had no choice.
It's walking in. It's fresh food walking in. It's like a gazelle walking past a lion. Like, hey, did you walk past me? Yeah, you need to get out of. You're not gonna make it out of here. I don't know why you tried it.
Cause the lion probably associate him with captivity. Like, you the reason I'm in here.
It's not even that. That's
I
walking.
can't roam free. Yeah, you feel me? So the lion just attacked him.
Associated with captivity. Just the fact that there's food walking in. Like, oh. It's live food.
Yeah.
I can actually, because lions like to stalk their prey and catch them. Like they don't. I mean, they don't find some shit left over, but like they like the chase of it. Oh, G walking in. Oh, okay. They challenge it.
Right.
Like you like this.
It was sad, but it was also funny to me because it was like, what were you doing? What did you think the lion was going to do? Then you got the family like, oh, they screaming, oh, somebody help him, somebody. One of the dudes, he roaring at the lion. Like, what do you think? What in the world did you think you roaring at a lion was going to do? You feel me? And it's like he just, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm human over animal, but in a situation like that, he's like, I can't even be mad at the lion, neither. The lion, like I said, he doing what he do. That's his nature. You feel me? So it's like in situations like that, it's like, yeah, I'm rooting for the human, but I really don't get mad at the animal. I really can't get mad at the animal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people, are kind of understanding of when the situation is like a person infiltrating an animal sanctuary or animal's environment. I think a lot of people understand or can feel that exception has to be made in that situation, right? I mean, I don't know if it's a vast majority or not, but I mean, I was reading a study that I thought was interesting in terms of the numbers, the percentages of how people would react. They called it the moral dilemma of animals versus animal life versus human life. So I was kind of still shocked at the low percentages when it came to how people would make these decisions. I mean, the researchers only did I think it was just almost 600 people that they did the survey on, and they were saying how 40% of people would save their pet versus saving a person that they didn't know and didn't know who they were, like a straight up stranger. Like if everybody was in danger, if everybody was not like an animal going against a human, but it was like, let's say everybody was in a car and the car is going down into a river. How many people would save the human person over the pet or vice versa? And if it was a stranger in the car with you, let's say you were on a bus and you're like, I don't know who this person is. 40% of people would choose their pet over that human person, and I was actually kind of surprised because I was thinking like, if you don't really know a person and your pet sitting next to you, I was thinking it was going to be a little bit over half. I was thinking would choose that, but that's that gut reaction of human life versus animal life, right? And then I think it kind of also, you got to think about, again, we're talking, when you're choosing pets over, or you're choosing different animals, right? If it's a dog, you might feel like, hey, my dog know how to swim. If we about to go down, I'm going to try to save all the humans because my dog is going to swim away from here. He might help a couple people too if he's big enough, that kind of thing. But
he might save you only.
If it's your cat, though, your cat, he a goner. You go down in that river, your cat's, he might as well hang it up, right? So you might try to save your cat, that kind of thing. That's what I was kind of thinking about it. But I guess what I was trying to get at though is that when it comes to thinking about how many people would make these choices and think this way, our own personal feelings will make us think that more people will feel a certain way, maybe towards the same way we feel, and but there's a lot of people who don't, and a lot of people who will make different decisions, and I think that's the one thing we got to keep in mind too, because some people have a different agenda and have a different mindset than we do. I mean, my daughter, my second oldest daughter, she's a huge animal lover, and I don't know if she's vegan completely, but I know she was trying to become a vegan and everything because she was getting to the point where she felt like, animal slaughter to her was wrong. Not just the bad slaughterhouses and stuff like that where, you see those videos. I mean, some of that influenced her decision about it, but, she got to the point where, all animal slaughter to her became bad in her mind. She feels like, humans eating animals is wrong. She lives by that whole mantra of if it's got a face, or if it's it's got a face or something else. I can't remember what it is. Is it a heartbeat or a face or something like that? Basically, yeah. If it's an animal, don't eat it. It should, that life should be just as sacred as the human life. I was just reading a thing where it was talking about PETA, saying how PETA is their main principle, or one of their principles, is that there's no fundamental differences between the lives of humans and the lives of animals, and that animals should have the right to life and freedom, as if they were human, or not even to say as if they were human, but that we're all on the same playing field, that our lives are no more important than animal lives. So there's a lot of people who feel that way. I
mean, but I'm looking. Go ahead, Clint. No, I had Googled to see how much time somebody could serve for animal cruelty, and they said in 41 states in the U.S., the penalty is up to 1 to 5 years in prison with a fine up to $2,500,000. Well, $25,000. I'm sorry. Yeah, $25,000. Yeah, that's the fine for animal cruelty.
I guess that's kind of what Michael Vick had to go through.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the dog
he did
fighting.
fair time too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did fair time. Because
he probably was placing bets, and that's gambling.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, because we do a dog fight to get money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was multiple. Yeah, I think it was multiple charges of the animal cruelty. There was some illegal gambling involved, but I don't think that was the vast majority of his sentence was because of that. I think it's because it was so many multiple charges of the cruelty to animals, and the fact that he was like you said, it was on his property or something, like he was perpetuating it basically. So yeah, I believe we probably have to do a little more research on that one, but I believe most of his sentencing came from the animal cruelty portion of it, or the proliferation of the animal cruelty, and that's the stark reality or difference between human life and animal life too, because I mean, if you see some of the, I know we don't see a lot of the results of these things, but from the ones I've seen when it comes to like people molesting children or killing children, I see them get a lot, either similar time or less time than they've gotten for animal cruelty, which is crazy to me because you're talking, they're destroying a human life at the foundation of that life, and are doing things, even if they didn't kill the person, if you abuse a child or molest a child or do something to a child that hurts them psychologically, you not only have you destroyed that person psychologically, but you've now created a rolling, what they call it, an avalanche of future abuse and an avalanche of future issues. Persons hurting other people. But you see them get less time than that. Especially if the kid didn't die or anything like that. I've seen them get months, let alone years.
Yeah.
I've seen them just get months, and that's crazy.
Yeah, big charges were 1 count of torturing and killing dog, and 1 count of promoting dog fight. Each of them was like a federal felony, carried 1 to 5 years, or each carried 5 years sentence. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, But I remember, that was like to this day. At some locations you go to, Peter's still protesting. It's still, people still calling him. Like they have not forgiven him for that. And he lost a lot.
Yeah.
He lost.
Yeah, Peter was the original Me Too movement. They don't let you let that down. You got to lose your whole everything with them.
Yeah, man. I remember when he signed with the Eagles, they was at every game. Every game. When he came back, they was at every game. And, I guess the way how he handled it, he accepted it. You feel me? That's
right.
That's
he accepted that punishment,
Yeah. He was like, they should be out there. You feel me? Like, I understand why they're doing it. Do it. Make, improve moving forward. Make amends moving forward. But they, to this day, they still protest.
So what's your stance on that, Clint, in terms of him with the dog fighting or anybody else that does, animal sports like that? I mean, there's cockfighting, dog fighting. I've seen people protest greyhound races. There's another type of race that happens too with different types of animals, and people, are protesting things like that.
Even horse racing, because a horse could hurt a leg or something. They put that horse down. You feel me? It's so many horror stories of how they kill horses right after a match. You know what I mean? To the one that was real famous a couple years ago got hurt his leg during a race. They had to end up putting him down. That's my thing is, if y'all wasn't pushing them animals to the brink, you know what I mean, like that, he wouldn't have hurt himself. You feel me? It's like y'all killed. You feel me? Like y'all killed. But as far as the point about the dog fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. Growing up in my neighborhood, that was a normal thing. So I got it. I figured you were from a space like I was, where that was normal. That's like I mean, we had family members that had dogs that they fought. They went to places and they would fight their dogs. Yeah, exactly. Dogs coming back with bruises and scratches and bites on them. Exactly. I even had a friend. So I helped train his dog before. You know what I mean? He used to bring his dog in the park. You know what I mean? With the leash tied to the tree, and we rough the dog up, make the dog tougher. You feel me? Work the dog out. So at a young, I'm talking about we young. So at a young age, I was kind of sensitized to an extent. As I get older, I'm older now, so it's like I can see the wrong in it. You know what I mean? I can see the wrong in it because now you're giving those particular dogs. Let's be honest. We really just talk about pit bulls. We talk about dog fights. At least in my right around it. You feel me? So the pit bulls got stigmatized as violent dogs. You know what I mean? And it's not their fault.
Actually, I know a miniature poodle that's always ready to fight though. She kind of tough, but yeah, pit bulls. Yeah, we definitely talk
about that life.
She real about that life. I mean, I don't see her go after way bigger dogs. She don't care. She don't care. She got a big heart.
I had a Pomeranian. Mom bought me. I had a German Shepherd mixed with a Labrador. That was my heart right there. He was amazing. Dad had got him for me. But I also had, my mom had got a Pomeranian mixed with a poodle, and she was fierce. And she was always on go, ready to fight, and that got her killed. Yeah, she tried snapping at a pit bull. My uncle pit bull at that in the house, and you know.
See, I done had many dogs.
It was over.
Yeah.
We had to literally beat that dog. You know what I mean? Halfway to death
to get it off.
To get it off. You feel me?
Yeah.
We was done beating that dog. The pit was, you feel me, like shaking, like because the beating it took from us. You know what I mean? My uncle had to lift him up, and I had like a PVC pipe. And I had to, I'm swinging a baseball bat, trying to hit him in his neck so it could release. We had to keep tossing him up. And, you know what I mean? He had to do it like 5 to 6 times, hit him on his head. My uncle had to slam him out the door because once he was still trying to get back at her. So he had to slam him out the door and, literally throw him off the porch. Hit his head hit his head on the sidewalk, and then it was just sitting there, and it was just shaking. And, you know, my little poodle was in the house dying.
I don't know. I think the fiercest dog I had was my Rottweiler. That heifer ain't like nobody in my house but me. My mom tried to give me a beat. That dog sat at the door growling like, "Bitch, go, come here if you want." And then I went to school the next day, and my dog was gone. I'm like, that's what we're doing now. We just taking away dogs, because I was the sole person that took care of that dog. I walked the dog. I did everything. I trained the dog to go to the outside. I did all of it since it was a baby. And my mom, they couldn't do nothing with her. She was like, "Listen, I don't know none of you people. I'm only here for her." And sadly, she was gone. That was, and her name was Baby. That was my baby too. I love, but see, I'm like an animal lover. I done had a rabbit. I done had fish. I done had an iguana. I want a snake, but I'm too scared to feed it. I'm an animal person, but I love animals. I'd be upset when people don't take care of their animals. I hate when I ever see a dog that you know that the family don't really give a fuck about them. They just there and the dog trying to get attention from everybody. That pisses me off. Don't get a dog. If you gonna have fast, don't get it. I wish I could have a dog now, but not where I live. I love I just
dog
animals
tied up in the backyard.
Tied up in the backyard.
You got a dog pissed off. Bitch, you don't even care about it. Let it. You gotta love these animals. My cat, she's sociable. She like everybody. Tell her how she sniff you, be all up in your face and everything like that, whatever. But she don't like to be touched. She give me the hell alone. I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. I just gonna sniff you and I'm gonna go about my business and you go about yours. I don't really be up under her. She always want to be up under me. So and then that's how she was with my son. He don't give a fuck about her, but she's just I want to be up under you, type of thing. But if you're not gonna take care of your pet, then you shouldn't have one. Period. I just feel like that. 'Cause this is how these dogs are not. You can't have a dog that's not really around humans and wonder why he biting everybody. You don't. Okay. So then why would you get it? They'll protect you, but you have to love it. You know.
Right.
Spice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a huge super animal lover. I'm not oh my God, I'm out here protesting because of animal cruelty. But I do have that feeling if you have a pet, don't get a pet and you can't take care of a pet. Don't get especially not something that we all know takes work and effort to take care of. I mean, if you want something that's low maintenance, then get you a pet rock. Other than that, stay away from real animals and let the people. Yeah, I mean cats are easy, but you still got to provide proper environment, proper proper nutrition. You got, there's things you got to do, no matter what animal you get. People have to take it serious, and it makes me, I feel bad when I see an animal not being properly taken care of, and seeing a person, not take that responsibility serious, that's like that burns me up, because I feel like, they have enough warnings out there, like if you want to have this type of pet, this is the things you're going to have to do. They have books, they have all kinds of things, resources, but people don't take that stuff serious. They just go get a pet just because, I like pets, I like animals, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can't just like animals. You got to know how to take care of an animal. You got to know how to take care of this particular species. It might be something special about that animal. I mean, you get involved with, like you said about cats being easy. Yeah, cats can be easy, but what if your cat got leukemia? Because a lot of cats have leukemia, and people don't realize how much work that is to deal with a cat with leukemia. Or you have a dog that gets heartworms easy. Or you have, like my mom had got a dog, and he had I can't think of what it's called, but he had a condition where his front paws were either missing or like he only had paw pads, and he didn't have toes on his paws. So right now as a puppy, it's not a huge issue, but in the long term, you have to know how to take care of his paws. You got to know how to take care of his feet and his legs, so that over time he doesn't deteriorate his paw pads or his legs early. You got to be able to take care of that. So there's more to it than just
exactly.
I got a puppy or I got a dog. And it's gonna love me. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, take them to get their shots.
I mean, it's so much. Heartworm treatment. There's so much involved in that.
Exactly, because even like with my cat, she thinks, like I said, she thinks she's a dog. She won't go outside and roam the streets. So I know that she's like an outside, inside cat. Like she's not really street credit thing. So I had to make sure she still have her.
Right.
You have to make sure she has her, like, how people clip their claws. I had to make sure she still has hers, because she goes outside. God forbid something happens, so she can't. But I also have to get her extra shots because I also have to get her extra shots because she's an outside cat, so she can bring stuff, that from the outside. Then when she's not just a house cat, so you have to make sure that you get them their shots and that stuff is up to date, because God forbid something happens, she less likely to get sick because she has her shots. And like most people don't realize, this clinic that's in your neighborhood or near you that will give you shots for a discounted rate. My cat currently has all her shots. I think shots maybe next year. So I got to make sure that she, and I got her fixed. She had litters. We got her fixed, so that way she won't be getting infected. You have to understand, when you get a pet, you just can't have them. Like, you have to make sure that they are maintained. Like, you got to maintain yourself to make sure you're healthy. Maintain these animals and also, but it's always clinics that have special, like I think CVS is having like the deal where they give your cat shots, or give your animal shots for a half price or whatever, or at a discounted rate. It's so many programs that you have to look.
But about to say, go ahead, Clint.
No, here's my issue. Like, I hear everything y'all saying. What Willie alluded to earlier. All animals not created equal. You feel me? And you feel me? I feel like, like son, you said you were animal lover. Do that same love extend to mice?
Oh hell no! I'm scared of them things. This is why I have a cat. That's not an animal. That's not an animal. That's a rodent.
That's an animal. You feel me?
That is a pesky ass rodent that needs to die on site.
You feel me?
It's one of God's creatures.
Yeah,
no, they need to die along with squirrels.
Groundhogs.
Fuck them squirrels.
See, that's what I'm saying. They all
possums,
animals.
raccoons. They got to go.
You see what I'm saying?
But they're keeping an ecological balance in the neighborhood.
No, but first of all, mice need to go for this. This is why mice need to go. They will eat you out of house or home. They eat everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
But that's my point.
Like,
that's the point.
This is why I have a cat. This is why. But listen, I have a nice way for them to go. I got me a cat. You come across 13 home. No, I'm sorry. I'm about to say my address. You come across my house, and Stormy gonna get you. And then my outside cat that love me, she gonna get you too. Well, he gonna get you.
I got a lot of stray cats in my street. You feel me? I got
I feed them.
I got possums. I got fox. We got deer. You see a little bit of everything on my street. Pit bull, stray dogs, everything. On my street. But my thing is,
roaches need to die.
Where everybody talks about animals or animal lovers, you feel me? Like it's selective.
It is.
Most people talk about animals that they can keep as pets, or that they would like as pets. You feel me? Mm-hmm. True animal lovers, they gonna treat that possum with the same love that you'll treat your dog or your cat. You know what I mean? Or they go, you feel me? But
they're gonna go hard. They're gonna go hard for all the animals in the neighborhood.
They're gonna go for raccoons. You know what I mean? But
to stay outside.
That's why I kind of agree with what Willie says. Like I want to take that back. Like I only like certain type of animals. You feel me? Animals you feel me? Like dogs. There's
like
really
rabbits,
certain breeds of dogs.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Dogs are cute. Especially when they're puppies. They're so cute. They just want to snuggle. If I see a dog, I don't care what it is. I just want to hug it. Like, you the poodle, you the book. I get stupid about dogs. I love cats. I love a snake, even though I know I can't feed it because I'm scared of mice. So that's not gonna work. I want an iguana. I like turtles. I like bunny rabbits. I like fishies. Hamsters, I don't know. I had one in my house. I don't know how I feel about it yet. But we did have my brother did have white mice when we were growing up. I hated them bitches. They look weird, but he loved them, and I was just like, these bitches are ugly. Like, why are they in the house? They shouldn't be pets. They're like, ugh.
I can't deal with mice. I can't deal with. You know what? I don't like too many animals that are like quicker than me. That are like real quick and sneaky. Right. That's why I hate cats. Like I hate cats. Only reason I don't mess with them around my way.
I don't like cats.
It's because they take they eat the mice. You feel me? So I don't never gotta worry about mice because it seems like all the stray cats come in my backyard. You feel me? So I know they take care of that problem for me. But at the end of the day, I don't trust them. You know, I don't trust no cat.
Like people don't like cats. This is what you do. Here's the problem. I told my sister hates cats, and I said, this is what you do. You get a cat while it's a kitten. That cat is going to learn you. If you get a cat while they're a kitten, and they know the person you are, you're going to know your cat. It's different. You can't just go get a grown ass cat like, bitch, I hate you, bitch. Yeah, because they already set me. Life is what it's gonna be.
Kittens. I don't want no kitten. I don't want none of that. You feel me? I don't want none of that. I can't deal with them. You feel me? I see kittens every day. Like I said, these little stray cats is a bunch of holes. They thoughts. You feel me? You feel me? Every other week is a new litter. Every other week is a new litter running around.
It's people that come around those cats up. Some of them, the ones they catch, that are people friendly. And they will and they will get them fixed.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine.
I love cats. I love animals.
She did that. Like she will go on her back porch, put food out for the stray cats to come eat. You know, sometimes they'll be all like she'll probably own like one cat, but like she'll have a whole bunch of on her porch. There'll be a whole bunch of cats back there just sitting on the porch.
That's made. They be wait.
Yo, how can you? Like, that would drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy.
That swear to God he mine. Like no BS. He lays at my back door like, bitch, let me in. Like if I open my door, he's trying to come up in my house, and I'm like, no. Like I call him Fluffy. He was somebody's cat. He not no more, and they left him. And he comes to my door like he is mine. I feed him, and stuff like that. And there's other cats that are now starting to come, and they come and they sit on my porch and meow. I go out, put them refreshing water out. I put them some food out. So I think if I don't get married, I'm going to be an old lady with cats and dogs. And probably a bunny. I don't know.
Let me switch topics real quick. Let me switch it up real quick. Do y'all think animal lives matter more than black lives matter?
No.
Hell no.
No.
I'm not talking about us. I'm not talking about your personal opinion. I'm talking about
You mean
Yeah.
out in these streets? Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's that. You know, I didn't want to lead in at the beginning of the show with that, but you know that's kind of what I was getting at earlier. But basically, you know, when animal rights activists get involved, when people start talking about animals and animal lives and endangered species and trophy animals and all that other kind of stuff, they go hard. They go super hard. They have no problem with piping up and being like, you know, don't do anything to our animals, to our pets, to this, to that, and all this other stuff. You don't have no kickback on any of it. You don't have anybody getting mad at them about being like that, about, you know, protesting. You don't get nobody mad at them about feeling like animals shouldn't be eaten and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, you'll have the bacon lovers like, oh no, forget that, we're gonna eat our bacon. But you don't have nobody going against them about you know, protesting for animal life. As soon as you say something about protecting black lives or protecting black people from police brutality or protecting black people from themselves, as soon as you say anything like that, it's a problem. It's a huge problem. People got their opinions. I was just at a religious situation where they even made a comment like, oh, you know, this Black Lives Matter thing, you know, they need to start thinking more about everybody's life and be more Christian. I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean? Like, what that got to do with not being Christian because you want black people to be safe around police officers? Like, that's crazy to me. I literally wanted to jump out of the seat like, you crazy? Like, I didn't know what to say. I was speechless. Like are you? Like, I couldn't believe that was coming out of their mouth. This is a person I thought I respected. I'm like, bruh, like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? I lost so much respect at that moment for them people when they said that. And I was just thinking to myself, like, you really gotta pick and choose your words around certain people because they'll judge you based on media hype. You know, media hype. The you know the I don't know what you call those people who just are against everything, but you know they'll put that whole thing into the same perspective just because that's the popular belief. You know, they won't think about what it really means or understand what your stance is or what your perspective is or what, you know, or what your goal is. And my thing is saying that you feel like Black Lives Matter has nothing to do with your political party, has nothing to do with your love or dislike of other races, has nothing to do with your not misunderstanding. What's the word? It has nothing to do with you not understanding that there's also a problem of black on black crime. It has nothing to do with that. The problem is that we have to get, or we need people to understand is that we need the respect for life when it comes to black lives. We need the same respect that you get for your life when it comes to black lives. That's what we need. It has nothing to do with that your life is worth any less than ours. It's the fact that we recognize that our lives are treated with less respect than yours. That's the problem.
I had a black person tell me just recently, as last week, tell me that we creating our own problems. We like playing victim, and it's that they're a black person. I was like, okay, so you don't like, and I'm like, I wasn't even talking about Black Lives Matter. I was just saying how the police brutality, period. I wasn't even saying it to black folks. I was just saying how police are getting away with these crimes, even though, like, basically it's like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't, especially when you're a person of color or a Hispanic person. It's like if you driving while a non-white race or, you know, or opposite race than what this considered safe, you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. And I said these police are getting out of hand, and sometimes it's not just white cops, it's just cops, period. And the first thing he said to me was, oh, we always playing victim. Why can't we do anything? And then he said what Willie said. Oh, well, what about the black on black crime? And I said that, like, it's white on white crime, it's Hispanic on Hispanic crime. It's on, you know, like we can go there. It's crimes on each other. Go ahead.
And I hate it. I'm sorry. I just hate that narrative too when they say that, when they use black on black crime, because that's something like people don't realize that's something they made up for us to dehumanize us, the psychological warfare. You feel me? That's why I hate when people bring up. That's why I say most people stupid. They don't want to. They lack common sense. They lazy and they don't want to critical think. You feel me? And this is all races. You feel me? They don't want to critical think because if you use your critical thinking skills, your inference skills, you know when we say Black Lives Matter, what we're talking about. You feel me? We shouldn't have to add the two at the end. You feel me? We shouldn't have to add TOO at the end. Like, y'all know what we mean when we say that. You feel me? Y'all been dehumanizing us forever. Exactly. To the point where we're having this conversation of when black people feel like our lives in main society mean less than animals. You feel me? They treat us worse than animals.
Exactly.
You feel me? They don't even treat us with the same respect and dignity.
Because animals aren't considered animals. Black people are considered animals. That's why we got, you know, like those types of things. So it's like, and that's why we got upset because you know how when the Black Lives Matter first, the hashtag and that movement started, people was like, well, blue lives matter and white lives matter, all lives matter. No, all lives should matter, but it don't. This is why we're trying to get you to understand.
That's the problem. Exactly. That's the problem. That all lives apparently don't matter because you don't treat us like the rest of y'all.
And it irks me that when like you said, dudes say that, like what he doing is, and this is what I hate when people do. Like we all can point out individual instances where we know somebody was playing a victim card or using a race card to get over. Like, we know that happens. You feel me? But that's a small percentage compared to the bigger problem. You feel me? Like, don't try to diminish the bigger problem by something petty. By bringing up petty points.
Right.
You feel me? Because that's all he was doing was bringing up a petty point. Well, we playing a victim card. We're not always playing the victim card.
That's
bro.
That's why I hung up. So I'm like, okay. So like I was surprised that he called himself black because he was like, "Yeah, our people." I'm like, "Oh, so you black now again?" Okay. I just thought like but this was the same person that was talking about the hair situation and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I don't know why I set myself for this conversation with you because it ends up with me frustrated and I'm trying to. Like, cause like I said, it wasn't even like I didn't initially start the conversation off with even talking about black folks. We were talking about just the police brutality, period. Like you know, and I said,
but you know,
and I explained to him, I've seen videos where I've seen people that are not black that are white that it was clearly a case of police brutality, but you know, nothing happened. I said the difference between white people and people of color is you might not make it out alive. That's the difference. Like you might end up dead more so than a white person. You got white people yelling like fuck you, like you know, and everything, and we do that. We're aggressive, and now we it's okay for us to die now because we as soon as our tone has now made you in fear of your life, so now it's okay for us to go or die, kill. It's justified. So that's and I was like, that's the difference. But you know, you really, it's like talking to a brick wall at that point. Like, okay, let me hang up because I'm a because it's not making any sense. But I do that. I agree that troubles me, especially hearing that to somebody that's black. It's like, what? Okay, so we're doing that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think this the thing is that you know some people have their preconceived notions, their preconceived thoughts, their preconceived ideas, and they're not willing to change them. You know, not for you and not for whatever point you're going to make because either the media has already influenced them or their favorite political pundit has already gave them the answer. And now they're going to ride that answer, till the wheels fall off. And I think that that's where the problem comes in is that they're unwavering in their thought process because they see it from that that point of view, even though you're telling them no, that's not the case, or that's not the situation. They don't want to hear it. That's when you know you've already lost, and that's when you just have to hang it up and just like, you know what, I agree to disagree and walk away, because I'm not about to sit here and try to convince you to love yourself. For one, I'm not about to sit here and convince you to understand the plight and the problem, and then have you come back later. And then try to apologize when you realize that it's happening to you just like everybody else. You know, no matter how much you claim, black people playing the victim, but as soon as it happens to your family, then it's a problem. Or as soon as it happens to
that's
you,
why,
then
yeah, that's why I would, like, in this situation with this person, like, they just moved out of state, whatever. It's unfortunate to say, like, I don't want anything to happen to him, but I wish that he was in a situation where he got pulled over by the cops. And he was worried because he had done everything right, and now it's an issue where you're being questioned. And you feel like it's a racial profile because, like you said, sometimes people don't understand it until it happens to them, and it shouldn't have to go that far. Because you should understand that if there's videotapes out here where people are compliant, not being combative, just being normal and I just saw the video where a guy was listening to the cop. He sat out there and the cop tased him. Like, he had two cops shouting two different things, and the one cop tell him stretch the legs out, the other one tell him crisscross. He does both, and he gets tased. And it's like, I've done what you asked me to do, and now, like, I've done what both of you asked me to do, and I don't know who to listen to, but I'm listening to both of y'all, and now I still get victimized because I've done what you told me to do. Like, I'm then, like, at this point, you then if you don't, while being black or any other nationality that's not white, and it's sad because, like I said, and that's not to say that white people aren't being brutalized by police too, but it's like for us, it's a matter of life and death.
It's completely uneven. It's a
matter of life and death.
effect.
What's going to happen? You get pulled over by police. You don't know if you're going home that night, and that's sad. That's a scary thought because as kids, we're supposed to be protected by police, and it's not happening. We're not protected. We feel uneasy when we get pulled over by a cop because we don't know who we getting that day.
I want to go back to the point Willie was making. Willie, I fully believe, like, I guess both of y'all was making, even, like you said, well, I don't got time to be trying to break it down for nobody. And the most important thing you said, I'm not trying to get you to make you love yourself. Because you grown as man and woman at this point, it's like I'm just wasting my time. First of all, I'm trying to get through to you. You feel me? And to your point, Sonny, saying you hope something happens, like for them to come back and I think Willie, you said for them to come back and apologize, it has to be severe because a normal, even if they were racially profiled, if they're already that far gone, they're going to rationalize that in their mind. That cop was just doing his job. That cop was just doing the job. So unless that cop really go overboard and really make it
go hard in the paint
overtly clear, that this is racially motivated, like the cop really going to have to make that real clear, almost to the point of calling him or her a nigger. You feel me? Like, that's how far that cop. Yeah, that's how far that cop. Outside of that, that person is going to rationalize that.
No, and this is, and now that you made that point, I'm thinking about it too. I don't know if y'all seen the video that's been going around. It's a guy who did a video. It was meant as a joke, but he was being for real too at the same time, where he was saying that Omarosa is not being allowed back into the black. What did he say? The black delegation is rejecting Omarosa's application to come back. And he made the point about, this is the fact, right? The fact is that Omarosa is claiming she has these tapes, these recordings of Commander Cheeto saying the N-word with malice, right? And saying it in context, against black people, right? She's like, I got these tapes, blah, 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 right? The thing is, he made the point, and I didn't think about it like this until he said it. He's like, you sat on that. Wow, you shucked and jived for this man, for this white man who you already knew was out here calling black people niggas, who you already knew didn't like women. And you jumped on his bandwagon when he was calling the Charlottesville neo-Nazis, calling them fine people. You was jumping right on the bandwagon with them and rode that wagon all the way home, all the way back to the White House. Soon as you got fired, now you got a problem with it. And that's the thing. Like you said, Clint, it's got to be drastic for them. It's seriously got to be drastic for them. She feel hurt because he didn't ride with her on whatever situation that ended up getting her fired by Commander or General Kelly, right? General Kelly came in and said, you know what, I'm about to get rid of this foolishness up in this White House and start chopping people off the payroll and getting people out that White House. And now she got a problem with it because Cheeto didn't ride with her and Cheeto didn't back her up. Now she got a problem with him. And the thing was, you didn't have a problem with him when he was already doing this stuff that you now claim was so bad, was so unacceptable. But you was allowing it when you was on The Apprentice, and then you rolled with him when he was, campaigning, and then you worked for him while he was in office. Everything was all good, fine, and dandy until it affected you. And that's the problem. And that's the problem. They don't care until it affects them. They absolutely don't care. So I'm not about to sit here and argue with them people. And it's the same way I got friends who super woke, and over the top woke. And it's like I can't argue with them about why they can't say some of the things they say. They can't be misogynistic. They can't be judgmental of the black experience because they don't agree with every little tiny, minute detail. I got that same argument with them people. It's like everybody just got these preconceived notions about things and these preconceived positions. I'm not about to sit here and try to argue you down. I'll learn my lesson on that because I realize now you've already taken your stand. Old dogs can't be taught new tricks. You may eventually be turned because then once it affects you, then you will see the light. And once you see the light, don't come back to me and apologize. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Take your 2 cents that you learn and go spend it somewhere else. Thing is that people have tried to tell you, people tried to get you to see the light. That's on you now. So, my thing is, and I tell people this all the time, be open to other ideas. Be open to understand other people. I don't always agree with everybody and everything, but the thing is, I take the stance of, let me hear your argument. Let me hear your situation and your side of it so I can understand where you're coming from. I went to a guy that did my breaks or whatever about, I want to say, a month or 2 months before the election. And he asked me the question, who was I voting for? Or, I don't know. I don't think he said who was I voting for. I think he just said, what's your situation with this presidential race? He just basically was asking me what was my thought process. And I'm like, hey, I was kind of into supporting Bernie, but Bernie was out, so now, we got we got to pick the lesser of these two evils, blah, blah, blah. And so he made the case about why he was voting for Trump. And, of course, when he said Trump, I did have a preconceived notion, but then I took my usual stance and I said, why do you want to vote for Trump? What benefit do you have, or what makes you feel like this is the right choice for you? And when he explained it to me, I had to take a step back and realize his thought process and his perspective of life caused him to want to go in that direction. He was the person that taught me that the choice and the decision that you make is not always the choice that you want to make. And sometimes you make the choice that's in that the ultimate goal is in your best interest, not the surface layer, right? And I think you might have mentioned that one time too, Clint, is that Trump is surface layer. He gonna say what he gonna say, he gonna do what he gonna do. He's like, but you're like, but the thing is that when it comes down to it, who's getting hurt behind it? who's really going to get hurt or who's really going to die over this or who's really who's really suffering behind all this. Is anybody really getting killed in mass quantities because of his tweets? Is anybody and that's the kind of the stance that guy took with me. He's like I'm voting for Trump because I need Republicans in office. I could care less about Trump and his issues and his bigotry, and he even said it to me. He's like I know he a bigot. I know that he's how did he put it? He basically said he understood that Trump was racist, and he didn't like the fact that he had to vote for a racist to get in office in order to get what he needed out of that party. And when he explained that to me, I was like, wow, that's deep. But that's the sad fact of life, right? We have to sometimes make hard choices and hard decisions based on what we need in the long run, because you have no other choice, right? Or at least you feel like you don't have any other choice. I mean, I like to feel like I got other choices, but I know it's the reality of life. Sometimes we say that and but we realize later on. I mean, like the three of us were talking about that during the election. It's like we want to be able to have that third choice besides these two parties, and we push like, hey, vote for the third party, vote for the tertiary parties. Don't feel like you got to do Republicans or Democrats, but we all know in the end it's going to be a Republican or a Democrat. We have no other choice. We have no other. We're going to be stuck with what we stuck with, right? Or the fact that we're going to get stuck with Trump because it's the sad fact of life. But the thing is that sometimes we have to make hard decisions in our lives. And we have to make decisions that we don't agree with wholeheartedly, because we have to sometimes just get what we need out of the situation. And if this is what we need is that one piece, and if we feel like nobody else is going to truly get hurt behind it, then let's just make this decision and keep it moving.
And I'm going to take it further than that, Willie. I'm going to take it further than that. There's another thing people got to understand. Just because you're not racist doesn't mean you're a good person. Just because somebody is not racist does not mean they're a good person.
True.
You feel me? Like, I know a lot of people who are not racist, are not really good humans. Beings.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can give a fuck about race.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure Marilyn Manson was Charles Manson was a liberal, and look what he did.
Right. Charles Manson.
He might have been.
Yeah. They got video of Charles Manson saying black people are the greatest thing on this earth. You feel me?
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
You feel me?
He loved black people.
Like, he loved black people. So at the end of the day,
he just like to kill up a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But he did try to bring a on black folks, though.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, he tried to bring one on us, but it didn't work.
Yeah, he was saying black people in the video. He was like, black people don't know how powerful they are. You know what I mean? White people done tricked them into thinking they ain't powerful, but black people don't know how powerful they are. But like to what Willie was saying was like, I agree with you. Some people I'm one of the people who wholeheartedly believe that everybody who voted for Trump, they're not racist.
Mm-hmm.
Some people really just hated Hillary. You feel me? That's one thing people forget. A lot of people really hated Hillary. You feel me? They did not want Hillary in there. So, like you said, they went with in their minds, in their opinion, from their perspective, the lesser of two evils. You know what I mean? And then, like you were saying, like I always said, that stuff, Trump stuff, that's cosmetic. That's stuff. You know what I mean? That's petty stuff.
Yeah, it's cosmetic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he not really hurting you. You feel me? He making it seem he getting you in your feelings. You feel me?
But
That's
you know what's funny that you say that,
he getting you in your feelings.
Because Trevor Noah said that I always like quoting him because he's hilarious. And he'd be like on point. He had a thing, he was talking about how Mike Pence was talking about the Space Force. And he said, can you imagine, he said, and he's just the vice president and nobody cares. He said, now imagine if he was the president. Because he speaks, nobody cares because Mike Pence is just calm. But he basically was saying that Mike Pence was more lethal than Trump, because nobody paid attention to Mike Pence, so he could do whatever, and nobody's the wiser because Trump is just like out there just doing whatever he wants. And we said that in the election year that Pence is more dangerous than, or more crazier, or I want to say crazy, more dangerous than Trump is, because Trump is out there just like, fuck y'all, I don't care. I said it, but I didn't say it. Fake news, hashtag whatever. And Mike Pence, meanwhile, he passing all this shit and doing all this stuff, and nobody not paying attention to him, so he could do whatever he wants. He could pass some old crazy-ass law, but you up here worried about Trump's Twitter fingers, and you ain't paying attention to what's really happening with what's really going on. So it's like, and I thought it was funny.
Like what we always say
that
Trump do. Trump is the master of distractions.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely.
He, you feel me? So to me, that's all I see Trump as a distraction from the real issues. You feel me? Like now, I mean, he was something. Like, they wanted the TV show. They wanted a reality show in the White House. You feel me? To hide the fact that there's really some fucked up shit going on. You feel me? They gotta get shit in order. You feel me? Like, a lot of them Republicans, a lot of, you know what I mean? You know, they hated Obama. Hated what he stood for. You feel me? They hated what the people looked at him as. You feel me? They want to destroy all of that. They want to destroy all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They want to destroy all of that. And they want to get back to, they really want to get back to bully status. Because they feel like that administration weakened them. You feel me? Because under Bush, under all that bullshit that was going on, you still realize under Bush, we is not to be fucked with. As a country. That's what Bush is. Listen, we is not to be fucked with. Y'all want sauce, we coming for y'all. You feel me? We coming for y'all. We ain't bullshitting around with y'all. We coming for y'all. You feel me? We're on attack. And for a lot of people, that's what Hillary would have been. That's why they ain't want to pick Hillary.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because they felt like Hillary was going to be the same way. You feel me?
One other thing that I noticed with what some black people was telling me too is the way they felt about it. I mean, most of them still said they got to vote for her anyway. But some people said they didn't like the fact that, they could look at it from this point of view of Hillary was low key racist because of the policies that she pushed while Clinton was in office with the prison reform and the prison or locking up black people in droves in mass quantities and allowing that and pushing policies to keep them locked up versus a person like Trump who's blatantly racist. So it's the difference between the ones with the
known and the unknown.
Assume, or you got the known and the unknown. There you go, exactly. So it's like, which one do you want? You want to know who you're dealing with, or you want to be still second guessing it and maybe picking for a food later on.
Yeah, what's that? The devil I know versus the devil I don't know. Yeah.
That's what Trump told us. I know we only got like 3 minutes left. We got to wrap up. But a lot of people got mad at Trump. That's why I say people got to get out their emotions, get out their feelings. But Trump was right when he was talking to black folks. You feel me? Whether you agree with him or not. I ain't saying you have to agree with him because I don't either with his policy. But what he said was, what y'all got to lose? Like, that's what he told black people. Like, what y'all got to lose? You feel me? Y'all see what she done did. Y'all see what they done did. The Democrats, y'all ain't make no improvement under the Democrats, and be honest. You feel me? My neighborhood got worse. I live in a Democratic city. You feel me? And that's basically what he was saying. It was like, what do y'all have to lose? You feel me? He was like, y'all want change. You feel me? Switch it up one time. What do y'all got? That's basically what he was telling black people.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like.
That's why a lot of black people voted for him now. Like I said, I know a lot of black folks that I know that voted for him and said, look, this is what I'm voting for.
We got to wrap up, though. For that lady coming out, try to kick us off.
Y'all give out y'all info then.
For that white lady show up and kick us out.
Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Clint, a.k.a. Smooth. Y'all can hit me up on my blog, kingstruth.com, Twitter, @eTrentonGroovy. I'm on Snapchat more now, so you can hit me on Snapchat at a King's Truth 609. No, excuse me, it's a King's Truth.
All right, get at your boy Willie Styles at Willie Styles everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Willie.Styles, that's STYLEZ. Over at Snapchat. Hit me up.
And of course, it's your girl Sunny. I am Sunny_D. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Hit me on my blog, unreservedlyme.com. Hit us up, gftradioshow.com, and look for all our links. Instagram, we on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Where else? Google Play Music,
Twitter,
IG at GFT_radio. Teespring.com / y'all saying it, teespring.com /stores / GFT radio. Copy y'all merch. Thank y'all for listening tonight.
Rest in peace.